Hello, everybody. It's Bob Anderson, and today is May 1st, 2025. And I took one trade. It was a prior day close rejection in the RTY. I took it after 10 o'clock or so, kind of waited till all the news events got over with. And I got a late start this morning, so I really didn't try anything. Boy, there was a beautiful 5 minute red line trade that set up crossover retest at 12 o'clock in gold. Wow, beautiful one. Beautiful one. But anyways, the trade I took, I videotaped it, but then I had a conference call and I kind of just got distracted from all that. And then and then what happened is, so what I did is I videotaped the movement of the market for the NQ and the RTY in correlation with each other in this video to discuss other great trade setups, regardless if they made money or lost money. I just talk about how the setup happens and what's the result. So, anyways, so I do show that, and so this video is somewhat short, but I mean I wanted to at least do that. In my one trade, I made net of commissions $391, I think it was, in the RTY. Beautiful setup. I mean, I was in it from the moment I got in to the moment I got out, and I got out at a specific spot too. I talk about that in this video, but I was in from beginning to end probably a minute. Beautiful trade. Again, where are we going to see the big green candle, or in this case, the big red candle? And that's what my trading style seeks, is the in and the reaction, so that you don't have to have trade anxiety. Again, that's where I struggle in trading, is trade anxiety, being in a trade and it goes up and then it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. And the whole time I'm supposed to believe that this area right here is where we should be buying and this area over here is where we should be selling. And oh my God. And then, but where do you put your stop? I don't know. Am I just describing Fibonacci trading to you? Anyway, I might be one of the top 10 people in the United States to lose money in Fibonacci trading. But anyways, so that's connected. I want everybody to have a good day. I'm going to put in. I'm going to announce this here. Jesus, I am going to put together a specific video of how to trade the 1 minute gold line. I'm going to put together a specific video of how to trade the red line. I'm going to put together a specific video of how to trade the lines, the static lines that don't move. Because I still to this day get people, Bob, what are the trade rules? Well, okay, let me clarify something here. I'm dyslexic, so asking me to write something or asking me to read something is literally like handing me stuff in Mandarin. I don't know that either, okay? Or asking me to put it in Mandarin to you without AI. It ain't gonna happen. So I will put a video together, and then I'm gonna attach those to every video I release from this point forward. It's gonna be the specific rules of how I look at these things for each. It's gonna be specific for each thing. Red line, 1 minute gold line, static lines. Okay. I don't know when I'm going to get these done, but I'm going to do them one at a time and then get them done probably in the next couple of days. Because the trading rules, as far as I'm concerned, are simple. I mean, go look at the 5 minute red line in gold today. Go look at it. Gold has been down. It's been down. It's been down. What happened at 1047? It crashed down, crossed over the 5 minute red line, created a Donchian low, smooth pullback right to the red line. Bam! I mean, I can't make it any clearer than that. But I still get emails and requests, Bob, what are the rules? So I'm going to put together a rules because I'm certainly not going to write them in an email. It would take me 6 months to write them in an email because I can't write, I can't read. Anyways, watch videos down below and have a good day. Bye. Okay, we have got a potential rejection of the PriorDay high and the PriorDay overnight open in the NQ, which by the way, I mean the RTY, which by the way, the NQ is down. So this actually will agree with the direction of the NQ. If this trade triggers five, this is my first trade. If I take one, it's after the news and all that stuff. We shall see. It's a pretty compressed RTY from overnight. That's the whole range from overnight. Let's see here. It's still pushing up through the PriorDay high. Wait for this candle to close. Move my entry up a little bit. If it does close, we got 21 seconds for it to close. Again, the NQ is below the red line. So I don't know. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe. Let's go. Maybe. Let's go. Oh, man. The RTY is traveling where it hasn't been in a while for sure. Because here's yesterday's open. I mean, 2 days ago. Not last night's 6 p.m. open, but the night before. And then here's the high that it had at all yesterday. So this seems to be a pretty tough area for the RTY to break through. That's nice to know, since we're looking for it to go short. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Order filled.
Oh, all right, we're in. All right, we're in. We're in. Should be a pretty decent sized red candle. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. Oh boy, yes. Yes, sir, Bob. Oh, it's gonna take us. My target is right at the break. Ooh, that would be a nice place to go to. If we can get there. Are we gonna get there? In one candle even? Oh, that would be nice. What a good start if we can get this. Come on. Don't shoot up on me. Come on. All right, it's going to take us 2 candles. Man, that's terrible. 2 candles. I don't want 2 candles. I wanted 1 candle. Come on. Come on, RTY. Come on. Come on, RTY. Right into that damn 9 EMA. Come on, hit it.
Target.
There we go. All right. One trade. All right. That was a beautiful setup. That really was. That was a beautiful setup. Net of commissions and all, $391 on that trade. $391. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if this rejects back to the long side now. But this short was actually in the direction of the NQ, which made me like it even more. Because the NQ is right here. The NQ is up for the day, because here's the open and here's the close. But it's been down since 8:20 in the morning, meaning it's been going down. It's been getting pushed down by the red line. So that trade was all in agreement with the direction of the NQ, which made me like it even more. So, but the NQ, let me just point something out to you here. I just want to point this out. But the NQ is bouncing off the prior day high. See that? The news hit, wham. So it's bouncing off the prior day high. So it may be cycling. It may be cycling its way up here in a little bit. And then they'll both, and if so, that would be pretty good, because then they'd both be in agreement to be north of the red line and, whatnot. But anyways, that's my first trade of the day. Man, I just, gee, I don't know. I might just call that a day. That was a really beautiful trade. So let's just talk about the trade for a second here. This is my current day high. So we were creating current day highs on our way to these lines. Not that matters, because it doesn't. But what we were looking for is what I am looking for is exactly what happened here. If you're coming to a new area for the first time in a long time, which, by the way, can it be any longer than sometime at, here at, the day before at 6 a.m? Yeah, it can't be any longer than that. So that's a nice sign right there. Okay, number one. Number two, we had it reach. And it reached. I mean, it kept reaching. So what the objective is to get the fear of missing out traders to keep piling in, when the big traders know, yeah, okay, once you're all in, we're gonna take your money. And that goes back to, again, I want to be with the sharks that are there taking the money of the people who chased the trade. And so many times you'll notice that that's exactly how the market works. The market has a way of somehow magically knowing which way the people are leaning, and then it pulls it the other direction to steal all their money. So anyways, I might have traded it a little longer than this if we hadn't bounced off the top of the prior day high in the NQ. But I mean, that's really not relevant. But that's really not relevant. But this truly could. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised to see this cycle down to this area and then go back up. That would be par for the course of what I have been noticing lately on these days that there really isn't a lot of price action. Again, this is overnight from here to here. I mean, this is the market opening even. This is overnight from here to here. So not a lot of price action in there to be trying to steal 40 ticks. It's not one of those days where the market's just kind of, trending long or trending short, where you can just find, multiple places to potentially get in and get 20 to 40 ticks. This right now is not showing those signs, because we are just not going anywhere. Probably waiting for some news about tariff relief or something like that. The market's probably just kind of sitting around waiting for that kind of stuff, which, that stuff can get announced anytime, and then you'll get one of them huge spikes one way or the other or whatever. But anyways, I would not be surprised to see this to come down here and do exactly what this did. See, it did a crossover, retest, brought it right to there. See that? That's what it did. But I mean, this is all happening, while news is getting ready and all that kind of stuff. But we had a crossover retest of those lines, the overnight open and the prior day close. And then this candle right here rejected, and then bam. So anyways, that's my first trade. It might be my only one. We'll see. Okay, everybody. I did not trade anymore after taking that first trade that I showed in this video. I had a scheduled conference call with a lender. And so let's just quickly look at some charts and talk about things. I'm going to do this. Hold on here. I just thought of this. Let me put this over here. And let me put this over here. Okay, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this so I can get more room. There we go. All right, so let's just look at this for a second here so I can kind of show you what opportunities I would have definitely jumped all over, win or lose, okay, if I hadn't been on the phone. So here's NQ. Here's by the way, look at that. By the way, prior day high. Everybody see how that just wow. I mean, it's just very intriguing how that held, and look at the return on that. I mean, gosh dang, off the prior day high. Look at that. I mean, we're talking lots of points, and it just keeps on blending up. But anyways, so we had a reset right here, blew up, created a Donchian high, smooth pullback. Bam, here's your entry candle. Now this one had some pretty good pullback, pretty good pullback. But if you were protecting the bottom of this candle right here, well, that's what you got. Okay, so like if you ran this back to the daily high, let's just say you're in at 993. Okay, basically 993, and the daily high is 2035 or is 35. Hold on here. Hold on here. Hold on here. I'm having a brain fart. God dang it. Let me do this. Hold on here. You had 42 points, which is 168 ticks, $5, $840. This swing right here, $840 back to the prior day high, or current day high. Sorry, current day high, not prior day, current day high. This is the prior day high. So that would have been a very legitimate setup right there. Boink. All right, so that's something. And why that? Well, let's look at the time. 10:33. What's going on in the RTY at 10:33? Well, right here, it's resetting off of the prior day opening, prior day open. Okay, look at that thing. Bing, bing. Prior day open. Here's your long. Look at that. Amazing. So there was two beautiful setups after my initial rejection, which, by the way, this rejection just happened to coincide at 10:07 with the fact that the market was down, was underneath, the red line here. So I kind of like that. That just made it more, conducive to me. And then it came down and retested here at exactly 10:13. Look at that, 10:13. This rotated back. This rotated off the prior day high. I mean, it's like I talk about when they're moving in sequence, you should be able to see those things. 10:13, 10:13. So when you're in a short, like if you took this short and you looked over here at this chart, when this thing was about ready to run into this, that should have been like your sign to get the heck out. And then there it goes. So anyways, the tradable event that I saw that was, something to pay attention to. I mean, you could have gotten caught up in, let's see here. Well, no, let's see here. What time did this thing cross over? 10:20, 10:22. 10:20, 10:22. Okay, you're all the way up here. I'm trying to see here. Was that a potential entry here to the short side? Did it tick you in? I don't know that it did. I don't know that we got ticked in here. I was going to say, because there's a potential short off the prior day low, but I don't think we got ticked in. You might have gotten ticked in if you followed this candle. Well, you would have gotten ticked in if you followed this candle up. But I don't like when you have this trend of the top breaking, but you don't break the bottom. I don't like when the top gets broken again, personally. See how this rotated over and then trended down. That's what I like. I like the tops to defend themselves. The top to the left defending itself in the direction that I'm wanting to go. This one was an inside bar inside this candle and got broken to the long side. That's not a good sign for shorts. I've said that many times on this channel. When you, especially an inside bar, when you have an inside bar and this thing goes up, and this thing's inside this candle to the left and then it breaks up through it, it's not a good sign for the shorts. Anyway, so then you had this beautiful daily high pull back right into the overnight open, prior day overnight open. A lot of prior day stuff happening. Prior day high over here, prior day overnight open, which also happened to be the prior day high. I mean, they're both right here in the RTY. And then there's your long. And so, like, if you're in here, let's just say this is 88. Your top is 91. So that's 30 ticks, which is $150 a contract if you played it right back to the daily high. So now, did this candle open and close below that gold line? I'm going to tell you, I perfectly think it did. See this candle right here? I think it opened and closed below that gold line. The reason it even looks like it's on the gold line is because these went down so far, it pulled the head of the gold line down. Why do I say that? Because here's your crossover, Donchian high, pull back, long. Bam! You're in at 91.8. And you migrate your way back up to minimum here, which is 93.6. So let's just say 93.8. There's another $150 a contract. Just like that. I mean, it's just, there were some beautiful setups today. Now I would not be a player of anymore because we're way past 11 o'clock. I wouldn't be looking for a 1 minute gold line here. That's my opinion. Anyways, so I thought I would at least show some of the things that I would have definitely been actively looking at if I had not been on the phone. You know, we had that crossover, retest, boom, gone. And then we had that crossover, retest, Donchian, gone. And we also, right here, had a crossover, retest, a nice reaching retest of the prior day open and also the prior day high, and then gone. Okay? So those are three things I would have been looking at. I'm fine with my $391 I made today on the one trade that I made, which was just beautiful. It took this candle in, and then then it reached right. I mean, right to the. I said, now the interesting thing, look at where that reaction happened. If you go back and you look at when I was in this trade, I said, "Oh, this is exciting because this target was the high." A lot of times when you have a break of a zone, see that break of that zone right there, a lot of times that's target price for those doing the shorts, because it's a retest of the break for those who think about this. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. Remember, these markets are manipulated. Okay? So if you had the people chasing as it blew out of here, which would be your fear of missing out traders, and then you ran it up, where do you think the market manipulators want to run it to before they reverse it back up? Where do you think they want to run it to? Minimum. They want to run it back to where these people were jumping in and taking the break and cleaning out their stops. And then zing, it slung it right back up. Now it didn't stay there. We ended up doing this, but this is how this candle reversed more than my 40 ticks that I got from here to here, or 50, I'm sorry, 50 that I got, or wait, no, 40, right? 40. Yeah, 40. So it reversed more than 40 once I got filled. And there's a reason. So I said that in my video. I went, oh, this is a big break point. I said, I'm fortunate my target is right above that, because I knew when they were coming down, there's a high likelihood they're going to hit that and reverse it. Now, did I think it was going to reverse all that much? No, but I mean, it reversed a significant amount. Anyways, that's my video for today. I don't want to be too verbose. Everybody have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.